This is the power circuit, right from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. We'll bring you fresh reports about the power sector performance. You can also be a part of the story by safeguarding power facilities and also avoid staying under the right-of-way of power lines. It's Amara Agogoisi bringing you reports, and here are the headlines. Buhari committed to boosting power generation with Zungeru hydropower plants. TCN Reconstructs destroyed tower on the 132 kV Katampe to Central Area Transmission Line in Abuja. Lagos State Government seeks stronger ties with TCN on power transmission. TCN takes delivery of 2 brand new 150 MVA power transformers and accessories. TCN backs actions to promote improved bulk power and grid stability. Get comfortable and enjoy your view with the power circuit. President Muhammadu Buhari is committed to boosting power generation in Nigeria. One of his landmark projects is the 700 megawatts Zungeru hydroelectric power plant in Niger State.
According to the latest post by the presidency, at completion, the Zungeru hydropower project will add 700 megawatts to the national grid. The Minister of Power, Engineer Abubakar D. Aliyu, recently paid a visit to the plant, which is 98% completed. The power plant will also meet close to 10% of the domestic energy needs and create job opportunities for more than 2,000 people. The federal government said the power plant is expected to commence operations by the second quarter of this year.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has reconstructed tower number 20 on the 132 kV Katampe to Central Area Transmission Line in Abuja. The tower, which was destroyed recently after a truck loaded with gravel rammed into it around the Ipape area of the nation's capital.
The transmission line supplies bulk electricity to the 100 MVA parts of the 132 kV Katampe substation and the 2x60 MVA gas-insulated substation at the central area, Abuja. Upon impact in December, TCN mobilized engineers to quickly isolate the tower and created a bypass while ensuring that bulk power supply was restored shortly after. TCN also began the dismantling of the damaged tower members ahead of the reconstruction to replace the damaged one. Speaking at the site after the new tower reconstructing work was completed, the Managing Director of TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, said the company prides itself in taking proactive and prompt actions towards maintaining the electricity grid stability.
It has taken 1 month, since the incident happened. To today it's almost 1 month. It will have affected the grid more, but due to the brilliance of our engineers, they quickly thought of a way to address the issue. This thing happened on the 6th. By 8th of December, they were able to transfer the load to the other line. And since from that time, the supply in Abuja central area was not affected. So they managed the situation very well.
He further explained the efforts put into the process by the TCN engineers as he commended them for accomplishing the task.
We are going to build a wall to protect the tower so that such things will not occur again. So you can see it here. We have already started the foundation. So we're going to have a retainer wall here. In case any vehicle misses the road or is coming here, it will not be able to hit the tower. So that's the measure we're taking.
This tower in question, this line in question, it is the Katampe Central Area line. It feeds the central area where we have the 3 by 60 MVA transformers. That feeds about 35% of supply to FCT. That is the central business area. But being a proactive organization, we're able to divide, you can see, divide one of the line, another line from central, from Katampe Apple line, so that we can now feed the central area line.
The tower erection has since been completed and bulk power restored to the line supplying TCN Central Area Gas Insulated Substation.
Well, let's take a time out. Stay with us.
Ceasefire there.
Guys, I have a business that can change our lives.
Business?
Business that can change our lives.
Guys, if money is involved, I mean,
Take it.
but you don't know the kind of business.
Business is business.
Okay, my guy, Masu, I mean, let's finish this game. No.
Real money. And there's a big market for it.
Wait, is it vandalism that you have brought me here to do?
Yes!
Something that can take me to jail! Something that can destroy our economy and spoil what the government wants to achieve?
Real money.
I can't. See this man! I can't!
Even you.
Shut up your mouth. I will never go to jail. Vandalism. God forbid. God forbid.
Look at the people I want to help.
Come here.
I beg you. Please, Oga. I beg you. I beg you. This is the handwork of the devil. Please.
Be part of our economic growth. Do not destroy electricity power installations. Do not destroy government effort to provide electricity for all. Report any suspicious person found stealing or loitering around power installations to any security operatives close to you or to the nearest transmission company of Nigeria office.
This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
The Lagos State government has expressed commitment to sustain its collaboration with the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, to hasten the delivery of more bulk power supply projects in the state. The tie between the state and company was further strengthened when officials of the state paid a courtesy visit to TCN corporate headquarters in Abuja.
The visiting team said Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos recently set up a State Technical Committee, STC, to expedite processes for all infrastructure projects in the state, including power projects. The Assistant Director, Land Reclamation and Erosion Control, Lagos State Ministry of Environment, Engineer Lakunle Adegbite, provided background on the support of the state to TCN, especially in the approval of various requests for land in Badagry, Ekpe, Ibeju, Lekki, among other areas for power transmission projects.
In terms of requests for a Ekpe substation requested for 25 hectares land, Lagos State approved 20 hectares land. As I said earlier, this particular area has been approved. We have the survey, we have which the details will be presented. Ibejuleki, you requested for 25 hectares. We are presently considering 20 hectares at Okeogun. And just as the commissioner promised, that it has been presented to Mr. Governor. And also, we are waiting his signature.
Continuing his presentation, Engineer Adebite said the Ekpe land is almost ready for handover to TCN for the building of a power substation.
Ekpe is almost a done deal. We have the survey, we have the ECFO, and we are just awaiting lands to finalize every other details.
In his remarks, the Managing Director of TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, who was represented by the Executive Director Transmission Service Provider TCN, Engineer Victor Adewumi, said the meeting was to discuss the various power projects in Lagos with virtual meetings held previously. Of importance is the quest by TCN to put the third 330 kV transmission line to the states, which is the economic hub of the country.
Lagos is the commercial capital of Nigeria, and presently we're having two sources of power supply to Lagos State. We have one line from Benin to Egbin, and that one from Egbin Power Station, that is the line that goes to Aja. TCN carry out the studies on how to mitigate this problem. And in our study, we discovered that we can take another line from Omotosho to Ekpe. And the initial design was to link Ekpe to Alagbon. And we equally have in our program to equally link Kongba via Ijora to Alagbon so that it can be in ring form.
He, however, called for support from the state government to secure land for the transmission substation around Ekpe and a transmission route to link the Eko Atlantic City.
So we've been discussing about this project. This meeting today is for all of us to agree on the way forward. We don't have time on our side, so we must agree today. What we propose as TCN is that while coming from Ekpe, we want to use the coastal route because we don't want to demolish too many structures. We want to go through the coastal route to Lekki. Of course, it is easy for us to take supply from Lekki to Eko Atlantic. And like I said, once we're able to get to Lekki, then the loop will be completed.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has taken delivery of two brand new 150 MVA, 330, 132, 33 kilovolts power transformers and accessories at its central store, Ojo, Lagos State.
The two units of 150 MVA power transformers and their accessories were delivered from the Tinkan Island ports, Apapa. The Managing Director of TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, said the transformers and the accessories are parts of a continued effort by TCN to further expand the grid and also ensure N-1 reliability criteria in all transmission substations and lines nationwide. In his comments about the new delivery, the Assistant General Manager Stores at TCN, Mr. Pius Nwachi, said TCN has another two units of 150 power transformers awaiting delivery to Ojo stores at the Lagos ports. The company is also expecting the arrival of different capacities of transformers and their accessories to berth at the port very soon.
As at present, they just brought 2, but one is inside the stockyard right now, so we are still expecting another 2 on. But as of now, we are talking 2 is around.
The transformers, which have been a mark for several TCN ongoing substation and line projects nationwide, will be delivered to the sites as the project progresses.
Well, the capacity is 150 kVA. They are ongoing projects. We don't know which area they are going to assign it to. So they're only here for just a temporary, for a while, before they assign it to any station that requires it.
The power circuit continues in a moment. Please stay on.
Guy, I had earlier seen some big rabbits here. I will start the fire from here. You take the matches, light from the other way, and it goes round.
What's going on here?
Sir, we are hunting for bushmeat.
Hunting for bushmeat? And you're here setting fire near a transmission substation. Can't you see? Are both of you blind?
Oh, God, we are not blind, Joe. You can see it. The station you talk about is built with metal and strong materials.
Exactly.
Besides this, I cannot get inside.
Hey, when you burn bush near any of the transmission company of Nigeria's substation or tower, it can cause the tower to weaken and collapse. And these lines you see can fall on the ground, killing everything around.
Just like that.
And you cannot control the area where the fire burns. That's why it's dangerous.
But we are only hunting for bushmeat.
You're hunting for bushmeat?
But we're in this together. Are you trying to blame me?
Now, drop your machetes.
We came with it from...
Both of you, drop your knives. And you, the matches, drop them.
Oh yeah,
move it. Come on, move it. Move it.
Bush burning destroys transmission towers and lines, and the consequences are that there will be no power supply until Transmission Company of Nigeria is able to construct another tower or restore the lines. And the money that would have been used in expanding the grid to increase bulk transmission would be used to restore the towers and lines destroyed by the fire. We need to support the efforts of Transmission Company of Nigeria by not burning bush anywhere close to the stations, towers, and lines.
This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
The Managing Director, Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, says the company supports and is collaborating in the improvement of power supply as well as advancing the national grid stability. The TCN head stated this at a workshop on stable electricity organized by the Power Correspondents Association of Nigeria.
Nigeria, a country of over 200 million people, has been making efforts to increase power supply from 5,000 megawatts. TCN has been at the core of this move as it invests more in delivering new transmission lines and substations. Engineer Abdulaziz, who was represented by the General Manager System Planning at TCN, Engineer Kabiru Adamu, said the contract-based markets meant that operators in the electricity market take more responsibility for their actions.
Let me start by extending the warm regards of the Managing Director, Transmission Company of Nigeria, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, whom I represent here because he is unavoidably not able to make it in person to be here today. The team exploring a contract-based market in Nigeria. I think this is the main contemporary topic within the sector as of today. And it is good that the power correspondents are actually in touch with the key operators within the industry and those that are to play critical roles in this contract-based market so that we'll be able to build clear understanding of the concept of this market-based contract-based market.
In a presentation on grid stability, the representative of the TCN head said the company will continue to take advantage of regulations in the electricity market, including service level agreements, to improve its output.
We have another interface with the distribution companies. So at that point, this is part of the service level agreement. It's also been that has been executed recently to ensure that the DISCOs and the TCN also have clear obligations based on the contracts that are signed at those interfaces to ensure that TCN delivers the committed quantities based on the service level agreement, and of course we take full responsibility.
He acknowledged the improved synergy by the power sector operators with the current partial activation of contracts in the electricity markets from July 2022.
A synergy was established because there is full responsibility by most of the parties within the sector, and that these were trying to meet up their various obligations to those reasonably. I believe we have all seen some level of based on those activations of the contract.
The TCN official further explained the concept of power transmission parameters and the ongoing projects by TCN to further improve the grid stability and efficiency.
From the transmission perspective, we always try to simulate our system and be able to determine, okay, what is the capability of the system? And once in a while, we declare a certain capacity and say, this is based on our simulation, what the system can do if the demand is there and the generation capacity is equally available, that this is what the system can do. But perhaps it has never been done because there was never such a demand for the system to be able to produce such, to utilize all the capacity. And that we should be able to communicate it clearly when there are issues around wheeling capacity and also the peak demand of the system. So far we have recorded the highest we have done is 5,801 megawatts. We are confident that the transmission system has capacity to be able to wheel more power to Nigerians.
As you continue with us in 2023, we trust you to support TCN in safeguarding power transmission lines.
Many TCN transmission lines pass through forests and mountains. Please let us avoid mountain fires, avoid bush burning, fire causes line faults, trips on transmission lines, and damage to TCN structures and equipment. This can trigger grid instability, which may cause a national blackout. In the event of fire, please call the nearest fire service office, or you can call TCN on 070-1683-9880. TCN cares.
I hope you had a good time with us on this program. Here are the headlines again. Buhari committed to boosting power generation with Zungeru hydropower projects. TCN reconstructs destroyed tower on the 132 kilovolts Katampe to Central Area Transmission Line in Abuja. Lagos State government seeks stronger ties with TCN on power transmission. TCN takes delivery of 2 brand new 150 MVA power transformers and accessories. TCN backs actions to promote improved bulk power and grid stability. We urge you to keep in touch with us on the TCN YouTube channel and these other platforms. We welcome our responses from you as it helps the company to drive its power transmission expansion plan for the good of Nigeria. I am Amara Agogoisi. Thank you for staying with us.